Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Paramystic Podcast. I'm your host, Christina Bloom. Thank you for joining all of us. Um, I do have one event that I really want to put out there. June 6th, it's coming up fast. Bearded Brothers Brawl in at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. It is a charity for kids, so it's going to be a good time. Going to have a lot of fun there. And my guest today is also joining us at the Bearded Brothers Brawl. So, you know what? Let's just bring him out because Mike is just loads of fun. There he is.
Hey! So I had to leave and come back because for some reason sometimes my iPad Pro decides to just like completely cut sound out of everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but if I like go leave and then I come back in, like I'm totally golden. It's the weirdest thing.
Awesome. It needs to reboot.
A reboot.
Reboot. Yes. Reboot like our brains.
I went ahead and sharing is caring, so I went ahead and shared.
Awesome.
From it doesn't go to the Paranormal Podcast group page, right? Because you can't do the live streams from them.
Okay.
So I went and Gwen. It's on Gwen's. Yes. So I shared it from Gwen, but I told everybody follow Miss Christina Bloom.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is on both my YouTube channel and my regular Facebook page. I would like to say hi to Lee and Jeff, who are both in here early today. So thank you for coming in.
Hello, Lee and Jeff.
It's weird to see you drinking coffee.
Yes, I this is my little my Starbucks. It's funny because I still don't have a lot of my taste back, but it's like kind of like nostalgia, you know. And I get the toasted coconut with caramel.
Caramel, awesome.
Yeah,
one of my favorites. Yes,
the burnt, I guess, of it because I can't. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of burnt. That works for me. I could drink that.
Awesome.
And coffee tastes like shoe, but that's okay.
All right, shoe, huh? But first thing pops into my head is, how do you know what shoe tastes like?
Yeah, it's so that's the weird part. Like I have to ice cream still tastes like laundry detergent.
Ooh,
yeah. Because it's like I have to like base it off of what I thought tastes were prior, you know, or smells, you know. Because my nose doesn't work at all. So now I'm basically having to like wing it when I'm trying to describe taste and what things taste like now. It's I can only say, well, this is kind of what it reminds me of. I
get it. I'm not laughing at you, but I really just so much appreciate your attitude towards everything, because you would not be as far along in your recovery from last year's accident if you didn't have that sense of humor.
Yeah, comedy is born in tragedy. I truly always have believed that, you know, and that's why you'll find people that will you know, they laugh at certain things. Some people laugh at a funeral, right?
Right.
And it's not because they're being, you know, rude or mean or you know, not that they don't understand the gravity of the situation. It's just how they've decided to, I guess, absorb the issue and how they deal with it themselves, you know?
Right, exactly. Humor is such a great healer.
It really is. Yeah. Or even just it's a much better coping mechanism than, you know, anger, you know.
That's
at least
true
to me, or apathy. You know, a lot of people they get into that apathetic state of mind, and the next logical step from apathy is, you know, where is you get those people that become in a way suicidal, right? They just want to end things because they don't see any of the happiness. They can't find ways to take this terrible thing through a lens, right?
Right.
You know, so that it's important, I think, to It's okay to laugh, guys. It's a
It
even
really
in
is.
the face of terrible things, it's still okay to laugh, you know?
It is. Sometimes that's all that gets us through is the laughing, you know.
Yep.
And I very much appreciate humor. My husband says I don't have a sense of humor, but he's wrong.
We
So,
we all need to have it. You know,
yep,
I think even terrible things, you know, we can still find you know, funny ways to make us realize that what was bad, but yet also, okay, there's a time to have levity, you know.
right, right.
Like, nobody's going to go out and buy a German sauna, right? So,
Exactly.
you know, they've learned their lesson. They don't want that anymore. So
That's right.
it exists. It exists
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. So let's talk about what you got going on. You got your fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah, yeah. You know, especially after hitting my head, I decided that I really wanted to focus as much attention as I could on, you know, entertaining and uh, just I liked that part of my life before, and I
Hmm.
really wanted to m- make it more, I guess, if that
Okay,
makes sense. You
it
know,
does.
I uh, I knew that was like my purpose. You know, my purpose. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people think. I want to make people just enjoy their day more. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I've got yeah, the Wisconsin Beard Brawl. I'll be doing the uh, master ceremonies. I'll be their MC for the
Awesome.
Beard Brawl. So I'm really excited for that because I obviously have no facial hair.
You
Uh,
know what? They apparently are going to have a station where you can make a fake beard. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
that's
make a fake
perfect.
beard.
I'm bringing a whole package of fake mustaches just to be
I
safe.
love it.
Um, so Steve here though, as you can see on my shirt,
Uh-huh.
Steve has a mustache, so that's
I
good.
see that.
Um, so I'll be doing that. I literally will be there. The second I'm done, I get on an airplane. I come home. The very next day, I get back on the road and I do what's called the Gold Rush Rally, which is my more mundane
Yeah.
side of jobs. But I'll be filming that whole thing as a documentary because this will be my first time back since I hit my head, and due to my injuries, I can't do a lot of the work that I
Right.
used to be able to do. So I had to hire like, it's crazy, but you know, when I say I have this insane good morning, my
Good
love.
morning. Yes. Say your
Uh,
beautiful wife has joined us.
yes, I have I have this insane hyper fixation work ethic, right? Like when I say I'm going to do something, I commit 100%,
Mhm.
100,000%.
Yes.
Um, So I had to hire three more workers just to replace the amount of work that I do normally. So
Wow.
because I can't do that work, I still need that work to be done, but I can do the same amount of work as an entire crew. So I can clean myself, I could clean an entire vehicle in 15 minutes. And
Mhm.
what it takes my crew, three people to do the exact same job. So I have to replace myself, so I have to hire all these extra people, but I still have to be there to ensure that everything gets through, goes through registration. So I'll be doing that from June 8th all the way to June 20th. So it is a long, it is a long,
That is a long haul. Yeah.
yes. So but I'm excited to do that, uh, which is going to be a lot of fun. After that, we've got the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
Mhm.
And right after the bash, we go right into hopefully, the starting of filming Pair with the Normal season 3.
Nice.
Yes, and
Nice.
season 2 should hopefully be out on before Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. We're just finishing up some of the editing
Okay.
of those episodes, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do as far as where it'll be released at. I've got some new shows that I'm working on with um, some other networks, and that's going to be great too. So a lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. And I was recently on Lost Goat podcast with you and Kate.
Yes, and that was awesome.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah, we got to talk about some really cool stuff. And
Yeah.
my dog is being very demanding right now. Can
As
you hear
dogs
her?
are. Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
She needs snacks, so please give me one moment.
All right. So he's going to go get a snack for his dog. Um, thank you. Oh, there you
There you go.
go.
Okay, there we go. All right.
All right. Dig in the cow pants. All right.
Oh yeah, these are so these are my they got dachshunds on it.
Oh, dachshunds. I thought it looked like cow pad. Cow,
Yeah.
like, you know,
And
the.
that's because
Oh, here she comes.
this
There she is.
is Archer. This is our newest pup.
Well,
And
hello, Archer.
he's our little mini dachshund. He's a mini dachshund. Oh, he's tired. Oh my goodness. Say hello.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. So Lost Goat Productions is a production company. Is that what that is?
Yeah, so that is a company I've created with the help of Mary Lynn and Katie McVeigh
Okay.
to basically be able to create our own products, our own film, our own shows, film our own movies, film our own documentaries,
Okay.
docuseries, without having to worry about the input of other companies.
Okay.
You'll see that a lot, where they'll go, oh yeah, well that looks great, but we really want you to focus more on this or this or this, and they, before you're done editing, they've completely changed the entire, outcome of the
Right.
whole situation. So we were like, you know what, we just want to, we want to be able to make things the way that we want. We want to be able to create the way that you want, and we don't want to have to, nothing is worse than when, like, Christina, you create this show, you're like, yeah, let's go do this psychic show, it's going to be in Canada, we're going to go to Halifax, and we're going to look for all these certain things, and then the production company goes, oh yeah, that's a great idea, but what we're going to do, Christina, is we're going to kick you out in favor of somebody else that we like instead, because we really like them and they've done a lot for us. And then next thing you know, you're stuck on the sidelines on your own freaking TV show. So we're trying to get away from that type of thing, and we want to focus on us and you and fun shows. Because I'm not like, I do psychic stuff, but or not psychic stuff, but I do paranormal.
Right.
But I'm not like an expert at any of that stuff, right? So to me, I'm just an entertainer, right? I just want to entertain you, but I want to show you all the different ways that can be used and experienced. So like Pair with the Normal is a lot more, comedy on my side, but the way that I create the show, I make sure that Mary Lynn has that opportunity to show you some of these incredible, psychic abilities or show her intuitions. And we talk a lot about the history of a lot of the locations too. So, we with this, we want to be able to continue to expand on different ways and techniques and just have fun with it,
Yeah. Did I recently see that you were narrating a documentary?
So I have released on my social media pages, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, something that I call a narrative into the unknown, which is where I kind of do like these little mini narrative series on these incredible moments in human history that are just completely unexplainable, ultimate cold case style thing. So I have started doing like a little series for that. And hopefully our goal is we can expand on those and turn them into full on documentaries potentially, but just brief narratives just to show that, I do a lot of the, comedic side. I find like a lot of the weird news stories, a lot of funny news stories.
Hmm.
I love those, but it just shows that there's this whole other side of me that maybe people don't realize that um, I do take a lot of that stuff into consideration and into account, and I think it's just as entertaining to me, because
I agree, and I thought you did an amazing job with it.
oh, thank you.
You're
Yeah, I
welcome.
love doing those, man.
Yeah, you
Sherlock
did
Holmes
great.
is one of my favorite books. Uh, you know, uh, when those were written, I love those. I love the movies, the shows. So I
Mhm.
really I've loved uh, you know murder mysteries as a whole. So uh, I love that stuff. But you just
Yeah.
people you think, oh well, it's just Mike. He probably just likes Dumb and Dumber, which is true. Okay, but I love more. I love more too.
Well, I think that when you're a funny guy, people tend to underestimate your intelligence.
Yes.
They just think you're a goofball.
Yeah.
And um, I've only met you in person once, looking forward to hanging out with you, you know, in a week and a half. So super excited about that.
Yeah. It'll be
But
fun.
the conversations that you have are very in depth and um, very intelligent and well thought out for the most part. I
Thank
mean,
you.
there's spontaneity, but you're also really good at presenting. How do I say this? Presenting your less serious side in a very friendly way.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that, and I do think people think that it's when you are comedic that maybe you're not as on the smarty side of things, but I prefer that because how smart I am, or how other people perceive me to be, then it doesn't that's okay. Everyone's allowed to have that. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Nathaniel.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't become something that's negative, because I don't ever want to have to argue with somebody or
right.
get to that point. But that's fine. Yeah, let me be your. I can be your resident dummy. I'm totally fine with that. You know. But I do love talking about a lot of these things that maybe we don't get a chance to to really think about. You, for example, they discovered a whole area of the universe that is colder than other parts of the universe, and there's
Okay.
no discernible explanation, right? Because there's already the temperature is basically set, the absolute zero, right? So how is there a
Hmm.
place that's actually colder? And one of the theories, working theories right now through quantum physics, is that it was where um, one universe collided with another.
Okay.
So basically, it had caused either the death of a universe and the beginning of another, or an actual collision before the two universes went off on the other way. So it's literally more like a dent in the car now,
Wow.
which would be pretty crazy to think about, right? Because now we're saying, okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe we're not the only universe, right? And we're still trying to cope with the fact that Bigfoot could be on the planet. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I just, for years now, I've thought both of those things are absolutely true. We are not the only universe, and Bigfoot is absolutely on the planet.
Yeah, there's no
You
reason to
know?
believe that they both can't exist.
Right, exactly. There's so little that we actually know that how can we discount something just because we've not gotten proof of it,
Right.
you
That's
know?
very true. And then we're also just there's you have the universe, but
Hmm.
there's also planes, dimension, right?
Right,
We had talked a lot about the other side. We go, oh, the other side, the other side. We're talking about death, right? We're talking about afterlife, and we're
right,
looking at that as we always say, of the veil. The veil is thin, meaning that there is some type of parallel plane or dimension in which once you pass, that's where you go, right?
right,
So why is it that we only look at that two-dimensionally? That it's just us and a parallel.
right.
Can't there be a parallel on the other side?
Oh,
Can't there be a
absolutely.
parallel above? Can't there be a parallel below? So I always like to think about the fact that maybe we are pigeonholing ourselves in just our physicality and our own meat suit,
Right.
basically, without
Right.
taking into consideration what if, if being dead is on this side, what's to say that, Bigfoot, leprechaun or fairies, that they don't have their own sort of veil that can thin at
Right.
times and at places and locations, and they come, and they only difference is where we don't have any understanding, and we seem to have a vague understanding when we die that there's a chance that we could communicate.
Right.
What if to them it's just normal?
Oh, I believe it is. I believe it is. They can come and go whenever they want to because they understand how to do it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true, and that to them, come and go isn't just a brothel, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Or a gas station for that
yeah,
matter.
right, exactly. Yeah, big in Colorado.
Yeah. Big down south too.
Are they really? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's where I've seen them is down south. Um, the thing about the multidimensional universe is kind of the same thing as like, are we the only planet with life on it? Does that even make sense?
Yeah,
That
I
does
mean,
not make sense. Like,
the odds are so infinitesimal that we
yeah,
are alone. That
yeah.
I mean, there's quadrillions of suns, of stars, right?
Hmm.
Which means there's trillions of galaxies, and then an unbelievable number of planets, right? They've already started to discover solar systems and all this, which means the odds that we are alone it's got to be so slim, so slim.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, even if there is one supreme being, God, whatever, why put life on one planet and make all these other planets?
Right?
It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. So to
Right.
me, alien life, first of all, we're probably the aliens, but um, it just makes sense that there would be life all over the universe. Why would there only be life in this one little tiny planet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you go way back towards the beginning of man, we were Homo sapiens. We were just one of six different species. We're just the
Right.
only ones that made it.
Right. Which is a little concerning.
Right,
I think.
concerning, but it also shows that there are other species that exist, right?
Absolutely.
And there was a whole this is super wild. There's this whole thing that about these two aliens, like, oh dang, P they actually have designations. Let me see if I can find. I saved it. I was so shocked by it that I was like, ooh, I better hold on to this, because you never know if something like this is going to come up. I was like, I'm going to save it.
And of course, if it's going to come up in a conversation, it will be with me. So,
Yeah, and oh, here it is.
yeah.
So they're called
Okay.
P-47 and P-52.
Okay.
Uh, and these aliens, uh, basically, they describe themselves. So P-47 describes itself as being closer to us, fairly, somewhat humanoid, but from a different point in time.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then P-52 is described as being more advanced, but from a higher dimension, or a different timeline that's beyond our current understanding.
Okay.
So these are potentially two aliens that are already in, government control of from somewhere somehow, but have a completely different claims. One talking about being dimensionally here, locked
Okay.
here, right, from a different dimension, from a completely different timeline. So you're talking about not only maybe a different dimension, but possibly a different reality, right? And then another one which claims, hey, yeah, I'm from the future. I'm from like way up there.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty crazy too when you think about it like that.
Yeah. I've been reading a lot of time travel stuff lately, like different articles, different viewpoints, and there was a documentary on YouTube that I saw just last night, actually, where people had time traveled or dimensionally shifted and came back and just completely lost their minds. Like they just couldn't even wrap their heads around it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
And there's a whole thing with time travel too, because if you're traveling with time without being able to see the actual that exact point in the past.
mm-hmm.
So like if I were to go back to 1462, and I was I'm going to be at 1462. I don't know how to, from where I am, I could literally just wind up in the middle of space.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Because the world, not only do we turn but we're not stationary. It's more like this, right? And
Right.
it's always moving. Everything's constantly going. So if I go into the back, boop, I could be here and we're over here. So it's so hard to understand how it works,
Right.
because it's like a fly in a car, right? A fly in a car can fly from back forth, back and forth, back and forth, even though you're going at 115 miles an hour. But the second that you were to eject that fly, it would spiral into chaos. Right?
Right. I have
So
actually thought about that, like when I've had a fly or a bee in my car and 10 miles down the road, I finally get them out of the car. They're probably very disoriented.
very disoriented.
Yeah.
And if you were kind enough to stop to let it out, at least it has that chance to kind of reset itself
Right.
magnetically, I guess. But if you were driving and then all of a sudden, let's say you took the top down, what would happen? It would
Right.
it would literally just be sucked into the atmosphere. I mean, the concussive force of it alone would probably kill it, right? So,
Probably. Yeah.
but because we found this way to allow it to survive in its own bubble, just like us flying on an aircraft, we can
Hmm.
walk up and down an aircraft. Maybe there's a way that can work with time dilation too.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Interesting. I always find it to be an interesting topic because we don't know how to do it. At least most of us don't know how to do it. I mean,
Well, there's a lot of kids, so some people do.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wrong kind to do it.
Yeah. Um, anyway, so now I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
I totally lost space here.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about
Yeah, time travel.
yeah.
I think that a lot of us do time travel, right? What are memories but time travel?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
We project ourselves into the future to create a new future. What if every time we did that, we actually created a new future?
Right.
What if a year ago there are now two Mikes, one dealing with a head injury, one that never had an accident? Two different realities happening simultaneously. There's so much of that I spend way too much time probably thinking about. But there's every decision theoretically creates a new timeline.
That's very accurate. That's true. It's the same thing with space travel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we decide we wanted to do some type of space travel. Our issue is we would have to find a way to get to places much faster than even light can travel, because um a light year would still
Mm-hmm.
take an entire, if you were traveling at the speed of light, it would still take you an entire year just to make it one light year. And I think the closest next galaxy is, I don't know, like 50 light years, 20 light years, something like that. It would take infinitely way too long. So we would have to find a way to literally take the space and basically fold it up, right? So you could just
Right.
cross over, right? Which is something that is possibly doable, especially through um, magnets and whatnot. But
Right.
the issue is, if you did that, if you were to still use your own vision, what you would see is still the light that was there 20 light years ago, right? So
Right.
anybody that was from that point looking back at Earth would think that we're still, the Romans still had ruled the earth, basically. That the Roman time, that you're back in, like, 1 AD. That's what they would think.
Right.
So that's
Probably.
what they would see. So when they crossed over, they come in, that's what they would expect. Instead, they wind up, right in the middle of Manhattan, and it's the New York Stock Exchange, and they're like, what the heck? This is not what I thought it was
This
going to
is,
be, or what I
yeah, this
planned.
isn't what I thought was going to happen. I want to bring up Raven's question, though.
Yeah.
She's talking about that kind of goes along with multidimensional energy. Do you think that convergence happens within that at times?
Well, I mean, there is something called, they have discovered something called, antimatter,
Mm-hmm.
which it's now, what is interesting about it is it shows that while there's a lot of symmetry in the universe as a whole, there's also a lot of asymmetry, right? Like our bodies are
Right.
asymmetrical, but there's less antimatter than there is regular matter, which shows that there is an asymmetry, which could be the fact that antimatter could be from a leftover residue of creation.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be something where multi-dimensional energy can collide or be created, and that is just basically like a byproduct for all we know.
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
possible.
I think that, again, there's too much that we don't know to think anything is impossible.
Right. Yeah, that's the awesome part, man.
Yeah, it really is. We just haven't caught up yet, And I recently did a channeling of a Bigfoot in the forest, and um, if I remember what someone else told me correctly, is that we also know how to travel interdimensionally. We just forgot.
Oh,
It's
sure.
there. It's there. It's within our consciousness, but we just forgot how to do it.
Yeah, I mean that we don't even know how the pyramids were built, for Christ's sake. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right, exactly. Or really what's underneath them. And, but then we can also uh, bilocate, we can remote view, we can see things that there's no real explanation as to how we can do it, So,
Yeah.
oh, Lee was there. Yes, that is what he said, that we do know how to do it. We just forgot.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where even if you look at, there's you can find texts,
Mhm.
the Library of Alexandria got burned to the ground, and there was a lot of stuff
Right.
that just gone forever.
Right.
So Lord knows what we knew then that we don't know now, because we lost that technology, we lost that information. And I mean, I hit my head, so I forgot all kinds of things. So
Right.
who that I've experienced, created, started. So, and as we shift through lives, if you believe in reincarnation, which I believe exists, there's not everything makes it through, guys. Not everything stays with you, right? So
Right.
it's very easy to say, well, sorry, man, you had the opportunity to save it, write it down, you lost it, you don't remember anymore, it's gone.
That's interesting. I just went through a file box in the back of my closet, all business stuff, all
Mm-hmm.
business stuff. And I went through and I found stuff in there that I have written over the last 25 years that I have no recollection of writing, but it's in my handwriting.
Wow. It's crazy,
Yeah.
right?
I don't remember any of it. Hey, Mary Lynn. And Raven also
You
said, I have full belief that we have the capacity to be able to do that. I love this discussion. It really brings up deeper forms of thought. Yeah, I believe that we have the
yeah.
ability to remote view. I know because I've done it. I know that we have the ability to bilocate. I know because I've done it. But I also believed that other people could do it before I did it because I read other people's stuff or I watch their stuff. And when other people had done it, why would I automatically assume they had not? But there are people who do automatically assume, well, I haven't personally experienced it, so it doesn't exist,
Right.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
She said, Raven also said you had mentioned 6 species. That makes me wonder if
Yes.
a previous Earth existed, if they also had other species alongside that.
Well, I mean, they talk the Anunnaki. That, that's something
Yes.
else that time's forgotten about. Like, we don't know if it was real, not real. But that itself would be a completely different, species too, right? If
Right.
that were in fact the case. So there is, and I don't know if that would have been, on the Homo sapien side of things. All the other ones were, because they were giants. I don't know if that makes them like a Homo erectus or something, or there were a
Yeah.
lot of homos. Okay, that's
A
all I'm
lot of
saying.
them. A lot of them. And people are so upset about it these days. I tell
Yeah.
you.
Unbelievable. But
Unbelievable.
yes, but there it easily could have been a lot of these other, and some of them, for all we know, maybe they saw writing on the wall and were like, "Hey, I think we're gonna hide for a while." Because they talk a
Yeah.
lot about there being a potentially species underwater, Antarctica. You hear some about, like, there are massive, massive cave systems just a couple miles underneath the United States as a whole.
Right. Right.
That literally span all the way from like Maryland all the way to California. So and they say that only 10% of them have ever been actually researched. So there could be multiple types of civilizations literally underground that we don't even know about.
Absolutely. Hello, Ash. I want to say
Hey,
hi to
Ash.
everybody I missed because I know that I missed Blaine. I know that I missed Dale. I'm sure that I missed some other people too. Raven, Nate. I, I don't know. I missed a lot of people. So hello to everybody who's tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us in this really interesting conversation about.
Yeah. Welcome to Deep Thoughts with a Comedian.
Yes, I love it. Oh, there's a new show title for you.
There it is.
There you go. Another new show.
There it is.
Because you're not doing anything, so you might as well.
Right, I know, right? Like, it's not enough going on.
Not enough going on. Raven says every time I go to the ocean, I always feel like there's more out there than what we know consciously. This is fascinating. I agree. We have no idea like what's in the bottom of the Mariana Trench, right?
Yeah,
And
it's true.
we have no idea what's in like 90+% of the ocean. They're
Yeah,
always discovering new species. Well, I feel like you said, that's the same with under the earth. There's so much. The earth is multi-layered. It's not like we just have this top layer that we live on. There's multiple layers of earth. There could be all kinds of different species, organizations, societies, whatever, that we are just not aware of.
absolutely. And I'm sure most of you know about the hole that was dug by Russia. They just made just a drill hole, but I think it went down like 10, 20 miles uh, into the earth, but
Wow.
they had to stop, and they literally have forbid anyone else to do so, to ever try that again. They capped it, and a lot of it was, they said the heat was intense, and they were
Okay.
hearing sounds from those
Okay.
depths.
I'm
Yeah,
not surprised. I feel like maybe I should be, but I'm not. I'm not surprised at that.
yeah. So
I'm
they're
wondering how they've got a 10-mile long drill, but
I think they just kept adding, kept adding, kept adding, because they
wow.
were like, hey, maybe we make it to maybe we make it to Australia. I don't know. I have no idea what they were thinking, but
Yeah.
Russians, maybe they were looking for vodka. I have no idea.
I remember though, as a kid, there was always a dig a hole to China or something.
Yep.
I doubt that that's even possible. Like, how would you even get through all those layers of earth, but come out on the other side? Who's going to get the lava fill first?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah. None of it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than whales. Yeah.
Other than whales. Yeah.
A lot of that in the ocean.
Yeah, a lot of whales, a lot of stuff we know about, a lot of stuff we don't.
Well, and
So,
if you ever watched or read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he
oh
talks
yeah,
about
one
how
of my
the
favorites.
dolphins, they bail when they think Earth's about to get destroyed. Hey, thanks for
Yeah,
all the fish, and poof,
thanks for all
they're
the fish.
gone.
They even made a song out of it in the movie.
They did, which was awesome.
Yes, it was. It really was. Um, and I don't know, probably my favorite character in the movie part of it was Alan Rickman as a depressed robot.
Oh, he did such a great job in that.
He
Yeah.
did. He really did.
And I'm a
Anyway,
huge Sam Rockwell fan, so he played what- the Emperor.
yes.
I can't remember the
Yeah.
Emperor's name, but
I can't either, but yeah, he did a great job with that
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Good movie.
Very good movie. It's one of my favorites. I should probably watch that again. Anyway, back to focus. My brain's a little all over the place this morning, so it's all good though because it's leading to this amazing conversation. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up another really kind of weird off the wall thing. Aliens walking the earth now. Like I've heard that. I've heard that, they look just like us.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What is your take on that?
Well, I mean, if anybody has ever played, Dungeons and Dragons or role-playing games, you're familiar with, magic, and one of the areas, one of the schools of magic is illusion, right? Or glamour, which is something that's, also Fey related, how they can use glamour to convince you of things, right?
Right.
It's very possible that it could just be something that is illusionary, right? They could look just like you, me, even to the touch, but it is literally fake. We always think of it as prosthetics, or we think of it as scientific, but that there is that whole other realm where it could be something that is more on the magically inclined side, because there's also talk, if you look at a lot of the different species, like the little green guys or little gray guys, it's more likely based off of the way that they look that their anatomy is that of a doll. So in other words, their parts aren't the same as ours. So they don't have that. Their physical science could be completely different. It could be a lot more magical. Right. So we don't know, right?
Right. And what is magic?
Right. And what is magic other than somebody else's form of science, right?
Right. Exactly. An advanced form of science and energy, or an advanced understanding maybe of energy.
Yep. It could be, or maybe not even advanced, maybe just different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing with religion. I've always looked at religion is a when you want to believe, but you don't want to know. And then science is when you really want to know, but you don't want to believe. Right. So there's very easily, that's why I always tell people, just find something, meet in the middle, man, because you never know. You never know.
Anything's possible. What if they morph into looking like humans now? And I think that's what you were just talking about with the glamour, right?
Is that easily use glamour
they put on a glamour magic and then they look like us.
Exactly. And there could just be those brief moments when it falters, because we don't know what type of energy it would use, or if it's them themselves, or
like a perception filter.
Yeah, and then we get those brief moments where we catch it either on camera or with our eyes, and we're just not sure. How many times have you had that happen to you? You're like, I thought I saw something didn't look right there.
Right.
So you never know. It could have been Steve.
Could have been Steve. It could have been somebody we've never even thought about. What does it say?
Making toast and probing the host. Oh yeah, here, let me show you.
All these years of studying humans, I'm sure they figured it out. I'm sure that they have, Ash. I'm sure that they have. Uh-oh, what's Mikey up to now?
So this is...
Oh, the toaster.
This is a toaster by Steve. I guess I should put it on mirror. I don't know how I do that.
Oh, I can read it. It's on correct.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it says toaster, right?
Yeah.
Ultra Pro GT Mini. So it's a single, but it's big enough to hold 2 slices of toast or 1 whole bagel.
Oh, well, there you go. And does it put Steve's face on it?
Yeah, that's it right here. Look.
Yeah.
Steve.
All right.
Little mustache. Made by Steve. These are his very fancy toasters.
And Ash says, what if when we're investigating, we sometimes come in contact with them? That's why we get intelligent responses. I know that I have come in contact with them during investigations. Someone had actually filmed me talking to an ET and referring to them as we.
Sure.
So,
You
what
have
are the
that. You also have.
chances? Yeah. Also have what? Go ahead.
Oh, I say, well, you could also have, just either other entities in the form of elementals.
Mhm.
There's even, they say people always use the word demon, but if you really look at it, there's technically 9 planes of hell. So there's demons, there's devils. They all have different ideas, capabilities, thoughts. Sometimes you could just find another person who's dead who's just bored. It sees you, it has an opportunity to, I'm gonna make something up. So you sometimes you never know what you can get a hold of and what you can learn. Some of it could be right on the money. Some of it could be a mystery, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think if you look at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the first scene when you actually get to see Willy Wonka, the Gene Wilder version,
Hmm.
he's got the cane, and then cane gets stuck, and he kind of stumbles, and he does like the roll, and then he never uses the cane. But it creates this weird paradigm to where you no longer know, is he lying or is he telling the truth, right? And
Right.
that is, in a way, is a crux of our own human existence and potentially that of
Yeah.
alien existence too.
Yeah. Ash says that she thinks that they're able to travel through timelines. I agree. I agree. She also has one of your toasters that
Yeah,
is
she.
got your autograph on it.
Woo!
Hello. Hello.
That's right.
That's right. That is so cool. That is so cool. Again, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in what, like 10 days
Yeah.
at Broadhead Manor. It's going to be a blast with the Bearded Brothers brawl.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. And Broadhead is such a cool spot. I love Bill. Bill, if
Yeah.
you don't know Bill Walter and you don't follow Broadhead Manor, please go ahead and do so.
Yes,
Bill's
please.
a great guy. Uh, I
Yes.
know he just lost another one of his pups, and that sucks because I really loved his
Yeah.
pups. But they were old ladies, so I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
excited to see Bill get down there. And if you're there, buy Bill's nuts. You know,
Yeah. Yes. Support
just
Bill. Buy his nuts.
support
Lot.
Bill.
Yep.
You
Support
know,
Bill. Support Broadhead Manor. Not only is it a great haunted location with a lot of activity, but it is a great home for so many of us spiritually and just
yeah,
family. It feels like family. And Bill and I have a history that involves family. And um, every time I get there, I'm at home. I just feel safe and at home. And I can't say that about a lot of haunted locations. So,
yeah, it's
you
true.
know,
And Bill really helps keep that, that where it does feel very friendly, and
yes, he
I
really
really do
does.
like that. And then the
Yeah.
beard brawl will be great, for all those people that are interested in growing a beard. This could be for you. Obviously, for me, if I
Mhm.
let my hair grow out, I look like I'm just 2 weeks out from a methadone clinic. It's awful. It's terrible. So
Don't let the ghosties bite. I've never been bit by a ghostie at Broadhead Manor. Um,
yeah. Hey, Sky. I think thankfully no. Some people get like
yeah.
scratched. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been scratched. Uh,
I'm sorry, Lee. The
just
JW just rang her doorbell.
oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tell him hey.
yeah, yeah. That's a weird one right there. Yeah.
Yep, that is a weird one. So you're going to be basically the MC for the event then, right?
I will be. I'm the MC
Awesome.
there. I will be the MC for the Rock Island Roadhouse.
Awesome. I'll be there too.
That one's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love Candy, so anything for her, obviously. And next year we'll have the Cajun Country Paracon, and I will be the myself and Mary Lynn. We will be the master of ceremonies
Awesome.
there as well, and we'll have a whole karaoke night, which will be great.
Excellent.
So
Maybe the
yeah,
J We're just aliens. They might be. They
You
might
never
be.
know.
You know,
Maybe they're just doing a census.
maybe. If you're a hybrid, would you know it?
You're right. That's true. So what do
Yeah.
what do they say? They like a star child or whatever?
Yeah, Star Child, or like we have uh, different DNA kind of thing. Like I have
Yeah.
green eyes and I'm O negative, right? So according to some people, that would make me a hybrid.
Right. Yeah. That's like a double rarity, right?
Yeah, double rarity. The thing is though that like
Do you
to
sunburn
me, do I what?
sunburn easy?
I do. I
Yeah.
cannot be out in the sun very long at all.
They say
Yeah.
that
Starseed,
gre-
maybe.
green eyes
Mm-hmm.
tend to burn. Your skin burns easier.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh wow, I didn't know. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Oh.
Yeah. And ironically, as far as I know, there's no Celtic blood in my bloodline. So that's interesting too.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah. So that's an interesting thing. But I've sometimes wondered, you're indigenous and you sunburn? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sunburn too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I do have indigenous blood, but um, Ash, you and me, we should check it out. Maybe we're the same species. Why not?
yeah, right.
Very well could be. Mary Lynn yeah, she has green eyes too and
No, she
burns
doesn't.
quickly. She doesn't? Are you
I have
sure?
no idea.
You don't even look her in the eye.
Gosh, yeah.
You know, that's funny because I had Mary Lynn on last week
Yeah.
on my show, and she said that you are the normal part of Para with a normal.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because and a lot of that is because she's so well versed in you know in what is in the paranormal field and all the
Mhm.
equipment, and she's already intuitive. She knows how to do the mediumship. She's psychic. She does the paintings. She's just that's
Yeah.
been a part of her life. To me, it's not ever been a part of my life. And I didn't grow up watching the paranormal shows, Ghost Hunters or Ghost Expedition. I don't even know what Jason Hawes looks like. He could be standing right next to me and I would not know. Um, but I wanted to show that maybe a person like myself, just a normal, who's not
Mhm.
familiar with that, that doesn't mean that the afterlife doesn't exist because I'm normal. It doesn't
Right.
mean that ghosts won't affect me because I'm normal. It just
Right.
means that I have a different approach or a different mindset, but it's still applicable, right? I can
Right.
still enjoy an investigation and still have things to look forward to in the afterlife, and that's kind of what I hope that people get out of the show.
Yeah, I hope so too. I
Yeah.
hope so too. It's always an interesting discussion with you, and I just so much appreciate the fact that you have found your way into my existence and vice versa, because I just love the conversations that we have, and I love your take on everything basically. And the fact that you call yourself normal just cracks me up. It just
Yeah.
cracks me up because basically what you mean is non-metaphysical, but normal is boring anyway. I don't think anybody would call Mike boring, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
definitely not, I'm abnormal. Yeah.
Abby
Yeah.
something.
Abby something. That's me.
Yeah. I love the movie references with you too. Um,
Yes, young Frankenstein. Yeah.
yes, love that one. So next week we'll see you in Broadhead.
You'll see me in Broadhead. It's
And
going to be
then
great, man. I'm very excited. We're going to have an
awesome.
absolute blast.
So while we're still here, tell me about your podcasts.
Sure. Yeah. Every Wednesday. So it'll actually be tonight. And we're going to have the incredibly beautiful Larissa Mary Rex. Uh, she will be our guest tonight.
Awesome.
And she runs Third Eye Productions, I think is the name of what it is. And she'll be doing the Underworld Culture Con. We'll be at that. That's in
Okay.
September. I think it's September. I don't remember.
You have time to figure it out.
Yeah. And also the main Paragon, I know she'll be at that as well. So we're going to have her on tonight. And that's every Wednesday. We try to do our show 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's my time.
Okay.
And the only time we have to take a break is, if we're out filming or doing something like that. But that's the Lost Goat podcast. It's myself, Mary Lynn, and Katie McVeigh. She joins us for that. So yeah, feel free to follow us. There's pages for that, or just find me, Michael Gagliano, on Facebook, or junk.mcgee on Instagram.
Junk.mcgee. All right.
Yeah, I go by both. So you can always say, hey, Junk, and I'll know immediately you're talking about myself.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike, for your time, your energy, and for getting up early.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I know you had to get up early to do this. So thank you so much for doing that. And I look forward to seeing you next weekend.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, everybody. See you soon.